coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to number 14. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Lane. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Off the play fake. Lane in trouble, and he's taken down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Back to throw. Lane. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Well, they bring their punter out there now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
The 34-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. And some room to work. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Results in a first down.
Looking to throw. Ellis. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Ellis. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's run well here in the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a first carry here for the running back. Shifts by him. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Lane. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerron Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. the stiff arm. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. A quick throw complete to Washington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
13 yards. Result is a first down.
Off play action. Ellis. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Results in a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 73 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up for the 1st and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ellis firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
And how about the coverage here in the end zone? That's how you frustrate a quarterback. You get pressure on, and you take away all of his receivers, and he's got to throw it away on 3rd and goal.
And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. He might be being set up here for a busy ball game already. 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points, but what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a 1st down.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Lane. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerron Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Looking to throw. Ellis. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back to throw. Ellis. Complete to Washington. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A gain of 27 on the play. And a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. Result is a
on first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
A gain of 2.
Operating from the gun. Ellis. Wide open receiver, complete.
And a first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Lane. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now back out comes the offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ellis.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Off the play fake. Lane. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
A 5-yard loss on the play.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lane. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
4th down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he stopped immediately there. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. That is caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Results in a first down.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Ellis. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Ellis. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Throwing to start the drive. Lane. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Lane. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Lane. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Well, and that is incomplete. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hanson with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back to throw. Ellis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's third.
From the gun on third down. Lane. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And this one is right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Working to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Ellis. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ellis. Over the middle, it's complete.
Ellis's pass. Complete to number 3. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Ellis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
And a first down.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
That's good for a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Oh, nice move at midfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Off the bootleg. Lane. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
22-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Team 30, visitors 23.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
34-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
An 8-yard pickup.
Looking to throw. Ellis. And he slings one that's incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Ellis. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Number 36.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Ellis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
It's 4th down.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Off the bootleg, Lane. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Operating from the gun, Lane. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Looking to throw. Lane. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. Operating from the gun. Lane. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Throwing to start the drive. Ellis. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Results in a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Operating from the gun. Ellis. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. From the gun on third down. Ellis. And he's got this down to the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a first down.
Back to throw. Ellis. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ellis. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, He recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sack.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lane. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
It's a gain.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And Jerron Brown's got it complete. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Lane. They're caught by Jerron Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Result is a first down.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's well. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ellis. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
3rd and long.
Off play action. Ellis. That is caught by Washington. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Here's 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
Here's the option. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Back at the 7-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. Ellis. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
At the 18-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down, Lane. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by a field goal, a little over a minute and a half remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
A gain of 17 yards. And a 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. Results in a first
He's
down.
back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And a yard at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
The kicker on for the point after.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for our visitors, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.